Okay, so off out round the eastern Carneddau and Cranfnant today. A little bit of snow on the hills, so it could be a good one. Almost a month since I was last out. Feels like a little while since I was in my backpacking trip. Life's been a bit hectic. Hopefully though, won't be long till the next one. Couple of weeks till I'm out with Steve, backpacking in the peak. Pack's on a little bit on the heavy side today, trying the new decathlon one out. Still needs to be broken in, it's feeling a little bit stiff. But I'm after a bit of a heavy pack anyway, because I need to get used to weight for when we do the Sky Trail or go up to Scotland. Depending what we do when if the weather doesn't behave itself. Anyway, car coming, I'll catch up with you later. Well, looks like we've officially hit the snow line here. Hazarded a guess, it doesn't look too bad round the route I'm going. It looks to be mostly this loose, wet stuff. Gone higher, look as though they've probably got it, and we'll maybe see it on the views round towards the Llyn Valley and Snowdonia. I always think there's a bit of fine balance, like I'd like to be doing a bit of grade 1, grade 2 again, but then I think I'm not going to go up to Scotland to get the experience to do it. And so far, I think there's probably been 2 or 3 days that I could have done it in Wales in this winter. That's not enough to build up my experience again. I think learning to use an ice axe and having one snow day is definitely useful skill to have. I think it's more my heart and longing for youthful adventures that's wanting to go up gullies and ridgelines in the snow. I think my head knows I ain't got the aptitude for that in my senior years. Anyway, this is certainly very nice, very enjoyable, and certainly a part of Wales I wouldn't have come to without a guidebook. So we'll crack on, and I'll check back in later. Well, this is becoming a little bit like hard work. There's enough sort of snow to make it going difficult, enough ice to make it slippy, but not enough snow and ice to freeze over the bogs. So the snow just hides it, ice thinks you're okay, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're in a patch that's leading you up to your knees. It's also starting to get a little bit steep. Well, so far, touch wood, the path is slightly better than the guidebook gave out. The fact that I can make it out in snow probably says it's not too bad when it's clear. However, it is a boggy mess. So I can see that unless you do it in the driest of summers or the coldest of winters, it could be a bit of a mare. The profile is saying the last bit's the steepest bit. Hurrah! Feels like it's been nothing but climbing since I left the road down the bottom. But hey ho, I wanted the fitness. Anyway, I'll crack on and check back in later. Well, I think I literally just found the hardest route up the pike behind me. Definitely a bit scramble, 3 points of contact, slippy, slidey, icy snow. And as I was going up, I saw 3 people literally skip past me with day packs on, just further round. I thought, oh, I'm making things look hard. It's only when I got to the top I realised the main footpath went round the side and was like dead easy. Anyway, had fun. Didn't film it because I was desperately trying to cling on for dear life. But seized the point to crampon and axes on that because steep terrain, if I slipped, you want something to stop you, and something to sink in to pull up on would have been useful. Also, spikes ain't going to cut it on that. You need something glued to your feet. Not that I plan to go on terrain like that, but I can imagine sort of up the Llyn Valley. That is steep, so you're going to need stuff. Speaking of which, you just might be able to see Tryfan over there, Glidifar. Rather nice. Very brooding reservoir down to my right as well. Right, don't feel like I'm doing terribly well for time, but I don't know, it's a bit difficult to judge this route. Might be a bit like when I did Carneddau and thought, oh, it's taking ages to get to. And all of a sudden, it popped up, but then the down was very quick off Carneddau, so it seemed to be the up and walk round was the bit that took the time. Anyway, might be the case here, might not. I'll check in when I'm on the next peak. Well, not really had a catch up because I've been looking for somewhere to stop, but not really found anywhere till I found my little cave here. It started to clag in, as you can probably see, so there isn't really that much to sort of look around at the moment. Getting some hot chocolate down the neck, which is definitely called for at the moment. I wish I bought a bit more food, could do with some butties at this point. Also, been slightly eyeing if you can see over to the little tarn on the left there. Looks like a good little wild camp spot. Maybe mark that one off as one to come and revisit. Anyway, all the big tops are in clag. You can probably see over towards Snowdonia there, clouded over. Moss Bob over there, clouded over. Guaranteed it'll be sunny at home. But still, we've had a nice morning, a nice day. Got to carry on going down. It's getting a bit sort of slippy and wet and slushy now. Hopefully the last leg won't be too bad because I'm starting to feel a bit bushed. Okay, I'll check in later. Okay, so that's Crimpu bagged. Crimpu. It's got a better way of pronouncing it than that. I got slightly confused because I thought Craig Fen was Crimpu, so hence got further to go than I thought. I seem to have caught up with all the Tommy tourists, so I didn't take any videos on the top just purely because of the amount of people that were around. Just thought I'd do a quick update on the way down, just to let you know where I'm at. Hopefully it's not far down here to the lake. Then I got a quick trog along the lake and back. I don't feel like I've done great for time today, and my legs are absolutely killing. I'm getting to trip territory because I'm not picking up my feet. So with that in mind, and considering what happened last time I went down a steep slope, I'm going to check out here and concentrate on what I'm doing. So that's me back down at the valley floor, send off Crimpu with all the herds. There was a few people going up actually. I just wonder if they're going to try and catch the sunset. I can imagine it'd be quite nice off there. I don't think today's the day for it though. It's starting to clag in and there's no sign of sun at all. Although clouds are off the top there, they could get worse later. So nearly back at the car, about 1.5 miles left to do. I'm almost on 6 hours round, so that's an hour over. Don't feel like I've dawdled. Probably had about a 30-minute stop. I can't figure out if I'm just grossly underestimating how long it'll take me or whether I'm desperately unfit. Probably a combination of the both, to be honest. Anyway, I'll carry on trogging along, hopefully back to the car and then on to Costa for the mac cheese, which I purchased in advance. So I'll check out for now and I'll catch you on the next one.